Alright, we're gonna start with what I have equipped. Flacker. I guess you could get an elemental one. But then it kind of it depends on what you're mobbing. So I just have a flat, regular flacker to start. An ogre, just in case something's too far away or right in your face. Just to have something else, but you should be fine. Lyuda for bosses, like really far away, which most of the time Flacker will work if it's a really big enemy. Flacker doesn't work that well. So these are just your backups, and this is like your downed and some reason you can't kill something. Just having like a really strong rocket. I'm using the Transformer shield just because it's a really solid shield. Has a good capacity. This is an important part, using Tenacious Bloodletter. It buffs really good perks. I had one before that had +4 in phalanx, and nothing in desperate measures, but you really want just the ability. If Moze would be healed, she heals her shield instead, which is really important. Hex on Moze is amazing. Merv is the best prefix. ×3 means more dots at the same time, which means more chances to proc nades back and ammo back. And then Deathless. Deathless is really good on Moze. Puts me down to 1 health and doubles my shield. And then the rest of the perks, just whatever you can get. Alright, I'm gonna respec here. Oh my god, so much money. Why is it so expensive?
New duds.
Alright. Start with the orange tree. The idea of this build is to be an absolute shield tank and do a lot of damage and never really have to worry about dying. You do have to worry about your ammo a bit, but if you're patient and wait for your grenades to tick your ammo back, you'll be fine. I'm going to start with armored infantry. The extra gun damage and the damage reduction obviously is really nice. This build kind of revolves around getting kills to build up more damage and more shield. So drowning and brass, we have enough to go for 5. And next, obviously, shield tanking, we want more shield. Now, this perk, Desperate Measures, is really good for damage because of Deathless. So lower your health means more gun damage, and since we are constantly at 1 health, we always get the full bonus. So without a point from a class mod, it's 50%. I have a point, so it's 67%. It jumps 17% per extra point you can get in here. So any class item that has this more points in here is really, really good. And then we need 1 more point. So I put my last... Actually, I put 1 point in here for when we do get crits. 10% of damage dealt as fire when we're doing this much damage is really nice. And then I put 1 point into here because the way Deathless works, it doesn't reduce your max health to 1. You just keep your max health, so you get the full benefit of putting points into here. The reason we don't really put more is we're going to have so much shield. You can max this out just if you want to have like some silly shield numbers, but you will sacrifice a little bit of damage later. And then obviously we max this out. And now we're getting 16% damage per stack and 24% damage per stack. You can get +4 and I think even +5 into here, and that like 24% of the souped up shield that we're gonna have is so much shield per kill. And then we don't do anything with force feedback because we don't need to worry about shields recharging, the same reason we don't do behind Iron Curtain, because we'll be able to replenish our shield later with nades. And this perk, your shield is never going to deplete. And if it does deplete, you only have 1 health. And you're going to go down instantly anyway. And it probably won't proc. Alright. Moving on to blue tree. This tree is going to be very important. We put 5 points in here because since we're using Flacker, we're nothing but splash damage. So it's just free bonus damage. 15% bonus damage is incendiary. 3 points into here. We're going to be spamming Hex everywhere. Having it crit would be very nice. The only perk that is useful here would be this. And honestly, double splash damage when you're mobbing. Or splash size. Is it splash damage? It says all splash damage is doubled, but then below it says splash damage radius. So I actually don't know if it is the damage or just the radius. Either way, it's nice. So we put in 2 points to access the next part. Nades again. We're going to be spamming them like crazy. So all the way max for crit. We're not going to be touching Iron Bear really at all. So we don't need to worry about this. So now we put more points into here to access the next part of the tree. And then we're going to max out this because the way the class item works, throw nades that would heal you because of this. They now heal your shield. If Moze would be healed, she gains shields instead. And if she would regenerate health, she regens shield. Since we only have 1 health and we're worrying about totally shields, then anything that would heal our health, which can't be healed because we're permanently locked at 1, goes directly to our shield. So being able to heal yourself with nades is really good. Now, we have 3 points left. Because of this skill, we're not going to run out of nades ever. We don't really need that. Throwing nades while down can be nice. But on Mayhem 3, depending on the mods that you get, you're not really going to... I just realized that... let me see. No, you can see. I just want to make sure my camera wasn't covering. What was I going to say? You really aren't going to... You can use the Flacker to get yourself up, or you can use the Rocket if you're in a really bad pinch, or Lyuda or Ogre. And you should be fine. So I went with Cloud of Lead. If you max this out, then you have a pretty decent chance. Or you regen ammo like every 6 shots, I believe. Yeah, 6 shots. Which is nice. And the little bonus 6.75. I wish it would stay. There we go. 6.575 damage is pretty nice. You can put it in here, but the way you kind of play this, you're not really going to be reloading. You could put the extra points into here if you really want more shield. But really, that's about it. Like, you don't need the extra nades. You'll be regenerating them like crazy. You are using a lot of Torg stuff. You could go for the extra mag, but Flacker takes 5 shots anyway. But having an extra... I guess it could get decently big with all the Torg stuff we're using, but I'd rather have the damage. And I believe that's it, and we're all set. So I'm going to do... This build works really well in areas with lots of mobs that you kill quickly, because you want to build up phalanx as fast as you can. So I'm going to go to the Pandora Slaughter Shaft. Actually, no. It's I think it's Promethea. Promethea is the wildlife one. The wildlife one has, yeah, System of Slaughter. Has a lot of ads, or mobs, whatever you call them. Which just, you can get so many stacks of phalanx up. And you just get crazy shields, because the reason why this class mod is so important, and it's like you need this class mod to make shield tanking work, is because as you kill things and get your max shield higher and higher, say you have 2k shield, you get 5 kills, your max shield is now like 20,000. You still only have 2k shield at the moment, and these recharge rates don't scale. So your shield is charging like this fast. And by the time it reaches the max shield, you've already lost your stacks. So there's almost no point. But because of this and because of the way nades work with her, especially the Hex, I will instantly heal my shield all the way to max. So every time I get a new stack, I will have that actual max shield. And you'll see the numbers get up there really crazy. So like the start, it's an 11.5k shield. I have 36k as my shield. My grenade is doing more damage than it normally would, but plus 45, minus 50. So we're doing like 5% less damage than we normally would. This kind of actually balances out the nade. It's 50% less from the radiation. I was gonna save quit till we got a pretty normalized. This is pretty normal. I didn't want to like have mods that either made the build look like crap or made it look way better than it is. So this keeps it pretty even. So I just wanted to show that. This is Mayhem 3. And the mods are pretty not crazy in one direction or the other. So if you haven't used the flacker before, or like here, so I have 6. I think my menu. Okay, it said I had 6 shots, but I definitely had 0. UI is buggy. Even if I get hit, you can just remember to chuck nades every once in a while. Keep an eye on your ammo. You only need 1 shot to get the full blast. This is where a flacker can be kind of troublesome too. If they're too far away, they can just aim, and then they come at you too quick. You can't get them in the sweet spot. There. So you just want to like get at least 1, then you can fire again, back up to 10. Hex are nice because they do damage these guys a bit. If you can get them while they're turning. But yeah, 86,000 shield. Most things will not kill you that quickly. But I wanted to show like here. So here's a badass. This is with 3 stacks. And I just one-shot him. One-shot him. Flacker's all about hitting that sweet spot. If you get them like right in the middle of the explosion, the damage is silly. They did change it a little bit, like it'll reflect off. So you can definitely blow yourself up with it if you're too close to the wall, but you can also use it to your advantage. Where like the first half of them will explode, hit the wall, bounce back, and the second half will explode in the same spot, if that makes any sense. Here. So these are like super tanky enemies. Badass Jabber, get to like the right spot. I was a little too close there. And they just melt. Flacker's so good right now with all this flash damage. It's not like other Moze builds where you just have infinite ammo and you can spam. You do have to keep an eye on your ammo, because you will burn through it really quick if you don't actually pay attention, and try not to reload as much as you can. You do have like 200 shots, and enemies will drop ammo. You also will notice like I don't lose health. Like, he hit me for like 10k, and you just throw nades, and I don't even think he hit me that hard. Hit the pole there. Hit it today. Yeah, you get them in the right spot, and holy crap. There, 93, 96, 96k is the highest I've seen. That's actually a new best for me running this route, or this build. If you put the extra points into setting up your base shield, like if you did decide to not put your points here and put your points in the red line, you could get another 2, which is another 40% of your max health, which I believe is like 5k. But it does like add up exponentially because each stack is 24% of that shield. And if you have an extra 2k to start, that builds up very quickly. So you can get some extreme numbers, but as you can see, you just don't even really need it. Oh, nice. Nice butcher. But yeah, so like this is where Flacker can be troublesome. Times like this, like if you can get him to hold still. Heck, I can even use the Lyuda. But that burns through ammo when I have. There you go. Hold still. For the vast majority of the game though, like racks are the exception. And really big enemies. There are certain bosses, I think Grave Ward, it gets treated like a wall. And shooting the Flacker will actually reflect off of them. And makes it nothing good. Like Spiderlings, it's really nice. Oh, whoa. Just did like 80k. But so did I. Just when they group up with that, it's so easy. Spider ants, it doesn't matter. Oh, whatever. Alright. Time to kill these guys. I'm gonna try to build as many stacks as I can. You still have a lot of enemies, actually. What are we at? 8. I am running low on ammo. Try to do this quick. 10 stacks. Big guy. 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. And I messed up probably 2 of those. Big guy is just immediately gone. And we got you left. Switch back to that. So that the end of that wasn't as smooth as I had hoped. But you saw like I was able to get some things up. I was able to go through this whole thing without worrying about ammo until like right now at the very end. Man 3, nothing. I actually am playing at a slight disadvantage. So I'm playing at minus 5% damage during all this. Alright, what was my airdrops? Brainstormer. Which I don't really use on Moze. I think it's supposed to be good for Amar and Cutsman, that's right. Tons and tons and tons of purple guns. So yeah. It was really easy. I was able to talk. I got a little hairy at the end just because rack are literally the worst enemies for this.
That's a welcome sight.
Never really had to worry about ammo. You just gotta pay attention. You do passively lose out on ammo though, as you're getting, even if though you're regenning your mag, it still consumes some ammo. But the chest respawn, if I actually looked at the chest, like I'm already back up to 72. But yeah, really fun build. I was happy to be able to make something. I was I couldn't really get a build to work on Moze. Man 3 seemed really rough. Getting the Flacker completely changed that. This gun is so good right now. So I guess I want to kind of go down the list and explain where I got them. There are some guns that do have like set drop locations. Unfortunately, the Flacker is a will drop. And so is the Ogre. The Lyuda, you actually can get a guaranteed Lyuda if you do all of Zero's targets of opportunity. Once you do all the targets of opportunity, he will mail you one. So I would definitely wait until you are level 50, because I don't believe it's not once per playthrough. It's once per account, I guess, per character. So I would wait till 50 and then do your targets of opportunity, and you will get it in the mail for free. This, I actually did not use this once. It was just a random purple Torg launcher, pretty good. The Transformer is actually a mission reward. If you go to Necrotafea and do the side quests for the 2 robots, I already forget their name, the quest will reward you with the Transformer, which is a very solid shield. It's a lot better in this one than it was in 2, mostly because they've set the absorb chance to 40% instead of anywhere from like the teens to 20 something. Class mod is a world drop. I farmed Grave Ward a lot. Grave Ward, he might have got nerfed a little bit today. It felt like it, but he does drop a lot of legendaries still, so that's where I farmed for this. And actually, this Lyuda, I didn't get this one for free. That's where I got the Relic. The Relic is world drop. Farm Grave Ward, very good. Hex, I don't remember where I got this one. They're all world drops. Unfortunately, everything in this build has been a world drop, actually, except for these 2 have set drop locations. But yeah, that's it. That's the build. A lot of fun. I just really wanted to do this build because I was happy how well it worked. Maybe I'll do build videos for other characters. Not sure. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Peace.